this woman came out in full hazard gear almost, you know. She had a shield and a mask and a big plastic gown thing, and sounds interesting. I'm just walking through Cambridge. This is probably as shaky as anything. But yeah, off to do some shopping. But it's interesting. There's life again. People are ordering food and online stuff, and it's good to see the little businesses come back to life slowly. A different supermarket, slightly different rules. No bags allowed, blah-de-blah. But what was interesting is I've been going to Countdown, and this time, just because of where I could get parking, I went to New World, and my groceries were cheaper. I pretty much buy the same stuff every week, so yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, quite a bit cheaper, so I think I'll continue to go to New World for now. Meow. Hello, Meow. Meow is gonna come and say hi. Hi. There's the little Feeny. She's been sleeping while I've been working. I had the bizarrest experience yesterday. It's been a few days since I last talked on camera because I developed a tonsil thing. Stone they call them, and it was really sore and it was a bit infected and so forth, and I rang my doctor, who then organised for me to see one here in Cambridge, who rang me and said, I can see you at 11:30 outside. And I'm like, okay. She said, how will I know you? Can you give me your rego number? And I said, look, I'm in a truck, you're gonna see it. See you there. So anyway, I drove there, sat outside on the side of the road there, outside the medical practice, and this woman came out in full hazard gear almost, you know. She had a shield and a mask and a big plastic gown thing, and and she looked down and she went, yep, that's it. And she came over and had a look, and yeah, that thing is infected. So she checked that and listened to my chest, I guess, to make sure I didn't have COVID or something like that, but my chest is fine. It's just my throat's been a bit huckery. But it was the funniest experience. I'm standing there on the side of the road, sort of bending my knees because she's quite short while she's trying to peer into my throat. Right next, you know, to the footpath, and people are driving past and all of this is going on. It was so funny. Yeah, no, it was hilarious. So anyway, she gave me a prescription. I went and did that, and then went to the supermarket. But being an alert level 3 now, it was such a nice surprise to get to the supermarket and not have to queue up outside. Inside there's still social distancing and arrows saying go this way, don't go that way, which I stuffed up and went the wrong way, and oops. But not having to do the queue up out in the car park was wonderful. Yeah, I went to New World actually, and yeah, you weren't allowed to take your bags, your grocery bags inside because they're not doing them, and that was fine. But what really cracked me up was the supermarket was almost like normal. You just went and did your groceries, and you had to social distance at the checkouts. You know, they had marks where you could park your trolley and things, and that was fine. But when I left there, I drove through Cambridge and drove past KFC and Burger and McDonald's. And the queues for the drive-thrus, oh my God. They just went on and on and on. The KFC one went right through the super cheap car park. And yeah, it was just insane. And I'm thinking, God, did you really miss that crap that much? You know, to me that food's revolting. I don't understand why people would actually miss it. But it was nice to see all the little cafes and things back open and doing pick-up coffees and stuff. It was nice to see those little businesses. That's what I care about. McDonald's and KFC, they're going to survive anyway. But it's those little cafes that, you know, they need to survive. They need to operate. They need to be able to run their business. So it was nice to see that slowly coming back. Because, yeah, that's kind of what I would support if I was going to buy something. Yeah, I'd go to a small business and get something to eat, because to me they're just way more important, because they're the locals, and also they help the atmosphere of town. You imagine a town if none of those small shops were there, none of the little local ones, you know, it was just the big chain stores. It'd be horrible. So yeah. Good morning, lovely folk. I'm just having a coffee break. I've been working all morning. I feel very blessed that my work continues on, that I'm able to do that. Yeah, so from what it looks like, we're going level 1 before anybody can just go for travel for the heck of it. You know, at level 3, if you've got somewhere to go, if you've, you know, need to get home or something, you can do that, but yeah, you can't just travel for the fun of it. So it's going to be a while of staying put, which with winter coming, that's not a hugely bad thing either. So I'm not too worried about that. What does bother me, and it continues to bother me, and I hit that point every time after going to town. I went grocery shopping yesterday, and people are so freaked out, you know. I was trying to joke in the supermarket line about playing hopscotch on all the crosses, or noughts and crosses or something, and I just got filthy looks for having some fun with the whole stupid thing. Yeah, and then when I finally went through the row, it took quite a while because it was quite long, and got to where the trolleys were, this woman just got really angry with me. I was like 3 or 4 meters away from her trying to grab a trolley, and she was like, no, you have to wait till I have mine and you can't have one. And I'm like, this is just a member of the public. I'm like, yeah, okay, get your trolley. It's all right. And I thought, how sad is that people are getting that wound up. I was quite a long way from her. She was getting her trolley from that end of the trolley bay, and I was right at this end. So, you know, there was heaps of room. Yeah, but she got really, really angry and agitated about it. And yeah, it was strange. I'm thinking, look, I wasn't even breathing on you or touching you or near you. What is the problem? You know, why? Yeah. I think, you know, if you're in that kind of state about it, turn off the friggin' news and stop being scared by it, because the media is creating a lot of that, especially for, you know, these older people who are living at home. They watch the news every night because it's the responsible thing to do. And, you know, they buy into what the media peddles as, you know, like something that sells their news, and that is fear and emotion and all of those sort of things. So, yeah, I think it's quite sad that people are so terrified. To me, I don't know, maybe it's my spiritual beliefs. I'm okay with whatever. I'm doing the right thing. I'm stopping, you know, I'm not getting too close to people, and I'm not taking silly risks. But my philosophy on it is, if I'm meant to get it, I'll get it. And whatever happens, happens. And scarily enough, you know, if it did end my life, that'd be okay too. I'm actually okay with that. Whatever is meant to be will be. Not that I'm choosing that consciously, you know, I'm not saying, oh, I want to die. I'm just okay with whatever is meant to happen, because to me, this physical life is not who I am. It's something, you know, I'm embodying in this lifetime, but I'm far more than that. So the whole fear of it is not that bad. I don't like the idea of being in pain and suffering. That bothers me more somehow. But yeah, so I'm quite philosophical about it, I guess. Yeah, but yeah, the fear thing, that just gets to me, and I get really hacked off when they keep peddling that and stirring that up, and it annoys me because, you know, there's no need to frighten people like that to create. That's my excitement, but it was the bizarrest examination with a doctor I've ever had on the footpath, trying to be short with my mouth open and a doctor peering down at who's in full hazard gear. I would have loved to have filmed that, but I thought she might not appreciate that if I'd done that. So anyway, that's been about the excitement this week, really. You know, I've left it a little bit longer because my throat's been really sore and I didn't feel like talking a great deal. And there just hasn't been that much happening. Just observations of life, and yeah, soon start getting the truck ready for COF. That's my next mission when my parcel arrives. I've got some brake clean and some grease, so I can get her all pretty and greased and polished and ready. Yeah, so anyway, it's been a pretty non-eventful video, but if you enjoyed it anyway, hopefully they'll get a bit more interesting soon. Yeah, please like and subscribe. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. And lots of love to you. Hope's all going well in your world. And see you all next time.